A sudden storm turns a band of arrogant Viking pirates into prisoners in a foreign land. Their only chance of survival lies in kidnapping a princess, whom even her own father, the king, wants dead. The story begins on the treacherous waters of the North Sea, where Viking war songs echo through the storm. They live by an ancient creed: sleep on your shield, die with a sword in your hand. However, the might of nature far exceeds mortal imagination. Monstrous waves, like ancient beasts, devour the dragon ship. Amidst desperate cries, the Viking leader Asbjorn and his brethren are swept into the bone-chilling depths.
Come on, boy. Wake up!
When Asbjorn awakens, he finds himself on a strange shore. This is not their intended destination of Lindisfarne, but an unknown territory deep behind enemy lines. With their ship destroyed and survivors few, they have lost both their home and their way. As the cold bodies of their comrades lie on the beach, a warrior places his protective rune on a fallen brother's chest, hoping to guide his soul to Valhalla. To escape this dead end, Asbjorn decides to lead the group up the sheer cliffs behind them.
I'm a warrior, not a climber.
Although some complain that they are warriors, not climbers, the will to survive leaves them no choice. The climb is incredibly treacherous. A bottomless abyss lies beneath their feet, where a single slip means certain death. They support one another, treating every brother as an integral part of their collective survival. Finally, the warriors reach the summit. But before they can catch their breath, an enemy patrol appears in the distance. Facing a force several times their size, the Vikings show no fear.
It's them or us. Spread out. Use whatever you can and make it count.
At Asbjorn's command, a bloody skirmish erupts. The battle is brutal. The Vikings fight with reckless abandon, cutting their enemies down from their horses one by one. However, they pay a heavy price. The warrior Bjorn is critically wounded and on the verge of death. Asbjorn refuses to leave any living brother behind and insists on carrying the gravely injured Bjorn as they press on.
No one still alive is left behind.
While clearing the battlefield, they stumble upon an abandoned prison cart. When they open the door, a woman rushes out brandishing a dagger. Dressed in luxurious attire with an air of nobility, she is clearly a special beauty.
Jill Erst.
Scottish. I thought so.
Judging by her accent and the gold ornaments on her clothing, they realize they have captured a noblewoman worth a massive ransom. This money would be enough to buy their passage back home. Discord quickly arises within the group.
You're it! Take your hands.
Aye, aye.
The crude Jorund lusts after the princess, but is sternly rebuked by Asbjorn.
When your people pay your ransom, you will be free.
Asbjorn assures the princess that she will be released as soon as the ransom is paid. Meanwhile, a grand feast is being held in the Scottish palace for the princess's wedding. King Dunchade is preparing to light a bonfire to celebrate the union of his daughter, Princess Inghine. Just then, the bad news arrives.
My king, speak, man. We were attacked by Vikings. They've taken a prisoner, my king.
The king flies into a rage, instantly throwing the soldiers responsible for the failed protection into the fire as a warning to others. However, the king's next decision is chilling. He fears that paying the ransom would expose his weakness and incite rebellion among other tribes in the kingdom. So, he hires a band of mercenaries known as the Wolf Pack, ordering them to find the princess, But if she cannot be rescued, she is to be executed on the spot. This cold-blooded father is willing to sacrifice his own daughter for the sake of his throne. The mercenary leader is even more of an ambitious schemer. He has already planned to ensure the princess dies regardless, intending to frame the king and seize greater power for himself. The unsuspecting Vikings are still worrying about Bjorn's injuries. They must find a healer soon, or his life will be lost. They arrive at a raised village, where the scene of devastation gives Princess Inghean a sense of foreboding. Jorund challenges Asbjorn's authority once again. Blades are drawn, but Asbjorn defends his position as leader with superior skill. Just then, the princess attempts to escape, only to be stopped by an arrow from Asbjorn.
You'll not kill me. Dead, I'm worthless to you.
True, but wounded by an arrow, your family will still pay the full price.
He coldly remarks that even an injured hostage fetches a full ransom. In their moment of desperation, they encounter a mysterious monk in black robes deep within the forest. Recognizing the gravity of Bjorn's wounds, the monk offers them sanctuary.
You will not last a day. You need shelter.
Suddenly, another group of bandits ambushes them and seizes the princess.
Move back! Back!
In this critical moment, the hitherto silent monk reveals astonishing martial prowess, fighting off all the attackers with nothing but a staff. The monk leads them to an abandoned ancient tower. Its walls are lined with weapons, which he claims are the remnants of those who once opposed him. He treats Bjorn's wounds and allows them to shelter there until dawn.
You may shelter here until dawn.
During the night, the monk reveals the princess's true identity to Asbjorn.
Do you have any idea who she is?
Of noble birth. Perhaps a daughter of a
King?
She is Princess Inghean, daughter of King Dunshade. More terrifyingly, he explains that the king will never pay the ransom. Instead, he will send men to send them all to hell. Meanwhile, the Wolfpack mercenaries have tracked them to the tower. Inside, the Vikings temporarily let down their guard, drinking the monk's mead and singing songs of their homeland. However, the princess informs Asbjorn that Bjorn is beyond saving.
He will recover.
He will not. And you know it.
At daybreak, Asbjorn confesses to the monk that they are rebels banished by King Harald.
Give me your word that you will not touch a hair of that girl.
The monk demands he swear an oath never to harm the princess. Before the words settle, Bjorn passes away peacefully in his sleep. The group holds a Viking cremation ceremony to bid farewell to the warrior's soul. Just then, the Wolfpack army arrives at the foot of the tower. The monk ushers them inside and ignites the trench outside the tower, creating a wall of fire that instantly traps the enemy. A burning mercenary bursts into the tower and, with his dying breath, reveals the king's kill order.
We came for her. Her loving father ordered us to kill her.
Tell me the truth.
Princess Inghean finally breaks down, unable to believe her father could be so cruel.
Come on.
As the ancient tower teeters under enemy attack, the monk leads the group to safety through a secret passage. Once outside, Asbjorn realizes that while the king won't pay, the king's enemies certainly will. The princess remains their only leverage.
What does it mean? It tells of the path of the serpent, the ancient Pictish route to the south, to the Danelaw.
Using a cave painting, the monk shows them an ancient secret route, the Serpent's Way, leading south to the Viking settlement of Danelaw. This is their last hope. Despite lingering suspicion and mistrust, faced with the double threat of a cold-blooded king and the vicious wolf pack, this motley crew has no choice but to trust the mysterious monk. They embark on this unknown path to survival, while behind them, the sound of the wolf pack's hooves draws ever closer. Suddenly, the lead warrior pulls on the reins. He sharply senses that something is wrong. The footprints on the ground are chaotic, indicating a large troop has passed through recently. However, their leader merely scoffs at this.
Wait. What if it's an ambush? So what if it's an ambush? Let's go.
With a command, the squad sets off once again on their uncertain journey. But this time, death reveals its hideous fangs. Pre-laid tripwires instantly flip the warhorses and screams echo all around.
Wound up.
Among the Vikings is a unique member, the Scottish Princess Inghine. She warns the group that the pursuers are approaching on horseback, moving far faster than they are. Although Asbjorn is skeptical of her, the current situation leaves him no choice. Sure enough, they soon spot the pursuers in the valley, a well-equipped mercenary band known as the Wolf Pack. A life and death race across the valley begins. Relying on familiarity with the terrain and cover from their archers, the Vikings barely manage to keep their distance. But the Wolf Pack is relentless. They must shake off the enemy before reaching the waterfall. During the flight, Princess Inghine accidentally falls from a cliff, and everyone fears the worst. However, disregarding the danger, Asbjorn returns to the precipice and saves her. Soon, they are intercepted by the enemy in the valley beneath the waterfall. The enemy leader arrogantly demands Asbjorn hand over the princess, mocking them as stray dogs. Asbjorn's eyes turn cold. A fierce battle erupts in the stream. Relying on their extraordinary valor and ranged support from their comrades, the Vikings temporarily repel the wolf pack's attack. But they know this is only a momentary respite. The enemy could return at any moment.
One man is guarding the path, the archer.
Asbjorn decides to seize the initiative. He leads a group into the forest to set traps, hoping to inflict heavy damage on the enemy. Night falls. By the campfire, this group of people from different backgrounds finds a rare moment of peace. Through their conversation, we learn more hidden secrets. The monk in their ranks, Connell, was once a devout missionary. He was commissioned by the king to mediate disputes between Vikings and locals, only to be betrayed by the king. He witnessed the slaughter of all the Viking leaders and the enslavement of the survivors. Overwhelmed by guilt, he chose self-exile until he met Asbjorn's group. Every one of them is a lost soul abandoned by their homeland. As for Princess Inghine, her marriage was nothing more than a political tool for her father's gain. She has long seen through the coldness of the royal family. These people, abandoned by the world, are now tightly bound by their shared destiny. The brief tranquility is soon shattered. Under the cover of night, the enemy launches a sneak attack, and a Viking warrior is brutally murdered in his sleep. In the morning, when the group discovers their companion's body, their grief and rage reach a breaking point. With the enemy watching hungrily from nearby, Asbjorn suppresses his fury and leads the group to continue their retreat. They are chased to a deep canyon where the only way forward is a precarious, rickety wooden bridge. The enemy is upon them. There is no time to hesitate. Asbjorn orders the majority to cross first, while he, Grim, and Gunnar stay behind to hold the line. Roars of vengeance echo through the valley. It is destined to be a brutal battle. The warriors staying behind build a defensive line with their own flesh and blood. Facing an enemy force many times their number, they swing their battle axes and swords, putting every ounce of strength into each strike. The battle on the bridge is even more heart-stopping. To cover his comrades, Grim is surrounded and falls in battle. Asbjorn watches his brothers fall one by one, his eyes burning with rage. Summoning his last bit of strength, he severs the bridge's ropes. As the wooden bridge collapses, the pursuers are temporarily halted on the other side of the canyon. But the Vikings have paid a terrible price. Their bravest warriors are almost all dead. The survivors drag their exhausted bodies forward. Asbjorn, too, was gravely wounded in the battle and hangs by a thread. Princess Inghien once again displays her mysterious ability. She treats Asbjorn's wounds with mud and herbs, successfully preventing infection. Under her careful care, Asbjorn miraculously pulls through. By now, his initial suspicion of this mysterious woman has turned into deep trust. Through her precognitive ability, Princess Inghien warns the group once more. The enemy has found a new path, mounted their horses, and is outflanking them from the other side. They are backed into a corner once again. The Wolfpack army catches up, and a fierce battle for survival ensues. Driven by their refusal to give up, the Vikings ultimately claim victory. Just as they finally reach the cliffs, the enemy army surrounds them completely. When everyone thinks they are doomed, Asbjorn makes a mad decision. He leaps from the cliff, plunging tens of meters down into the turbulent sea. Everyone is stunned, believing he has chosen suicide. However, moments later, a Viking longship bursts out from a hidden underwater cave. With Asbjorn at the helm, it turns out there was another exit. The hope of survival is reignited. One by one, they jump off the cliff and swim toward the longship. Seeing this, the enemy unleashes a volley of arrows, blanketing the surface of the sea. The Vikings help each other scramble aboard. Carrying the glory of their fallen brothers and their unyielding souls, they break through the enemy's blockade and sail toward the endless ocean. This land has given them nothing but pain and loss. But what they take with them is the indelible fighting spirit of the Vikings. Waiting for them are the vast open seas and an unwritten destiny.